hey, mo money, mo problems.
It's called inflation.
Well, I mean, I remember when Kylie first came out being like, can I put her back in? Because it's scary out here.
It is scary. She looked like a grown woman cherub.
Last year, the Met Gala generated $1.4 billion in media impact value.
For sure. Anyway, our TED Talk's over.
Well, and that devil is Scientology.
Ugh. She seems really icky to me.
Life happens. Shit happens. Find some grit.
Instead of being a mom.
Oh.
Happy Mother's Day, everybody. Sorry for the tears, but that's so true.
Cheers.
Cheers.
It's May 6th. Did you vote today?
I voted a long time ago.
Oh, did you? You absentee ballot?
I don't like to go to... Did you vote?
No.
In person?
No. No, I didn't vote.
Katie.
No.
Ooh. If you were to vote, should we talk about that?
We can. I mean, for those that don't know, like our town is voting for the millage. I don't know why it's called millage.
I don't either.
It's like a weird spelling of mileage is basically what it is.
Exactly.
But it's a millage. But it's supposed to be everything to improve the schools.
Yes.
From maintenance to, sports things, all the stuff. But we just voted in a bunch of freaking money back in 2016. They're asking for $250 million right now. I mean, I don't have the feeling like I have no skin in the game, so I don't care whether I vote or not. I just literally was back and forth and all over town and in Sanford, back to Midland, back to Sanford, and I'm like, I'm not going to make it in. So I'm going to admit that I did not vote for this.
Polls are still open after this.
Okay, we'll
if
see.
you care enough.
I know, but I have to go all the way to North Larkin to vote.
Oh, you do?
Yeah.
See, that's why I do absentee for every single election.
So how do you
just sign up for it.
Okay. I just always felt like that vote never got counted. I'm sure here in town it 100% does. But
it better
presidential,
freaking
I'm
count.
like, meh.
It better count.
No, presidential, I feel very patriotic to show up on.
Oh, yeah.
On voting
I can't
day.
be bothered with the people.
But this should have been on the ballot. We just voted in November. This should have been on the ballot.
That ballot.
So that everybody who went out to vote voted for
100%.
this.
I'm wondering why it was 6 months later.
I think it's sneaky strategery to try to get people to go out and vote yes. And I think it's going to backfire on them because my dad went and voted in person and he was like, it's all blue hairs. And all the blue hairs are voting no.
100%. And they don't see, in fact, I had a discussion this morning with an older woman who I was at Glow and she was there and she was asking me, I don't tell people who I vote for or what I vote for because it's my fucking personal information. So anyway, she asked me and I told her yes. And she's like, why? It raised our taxes and I was like, I get that. I get you. But here's why. When you come to our town or any town, what is the first thing people look for? Schools. How is the school? How good is the school? How great is the education? And when you can't back that up with anything, your town can't grow.
Yeah.
You know, and if we're in a town where, yes, we have Dow, yes, we have the hospital, but do we have them forever? We don't know.
Yeah.
So to keep our town thriving, you have to have good schools. And yes, it's going to take more in tax dollars.
Yeah.
But also when we go, and especially at the high school level, we have high school girls, it's embarrassing when you host something at our school and you know the schools that we go to.
Yes.
And how up to date and great they are. And then when they come to our high school, it's embarrassing.
You know, because the taxes that we already pay go to amazing services that our town provides that a lot of other towns don't, right? So it doesn't all go to the school. Had I actually walked in and voted, I would have voted yes because as business owners and everything, and if you want to attract talent to come here to town, you want to have good, thriving schools.
Right.
And I think that kids who go to good, thriving schools don't become a menace to society.
100%.
Right? And I don't want to live in that town either. So yeah, is your property tax going to go up because there's better schools? Yes. But I got news for you. Your property taxes are going to go up no matter what. So
100%.
let's know that it's going towards something.
It's called inflation.
Yeah.
And it happens every year. So yes, I voted yes. And I'm proud of it because I think that they should do something. It's really terrible that our high school students have to share a locker.
Yeah. Well, there's one of the middle schools is basically like falling apart.
It's gross.
Yeah.
So Jefferson Middle School, I took swim lessons there when I was 5.
Well, this thing doesn't include fixing the pool.
Well, it looks exactly the same with or without the pool when I was 5. So all I'm saying is these schools need improvement. They have a great education program here, wonderful teachers. Like, let the schools match it.
Yeah.
You know? There's no reason that we shouldn't have the best biology, the best chemistry, the best physics program in the area because the location that we are and the company that can provide stuff for us.
But I also believe that there should be one mega high school in this town, too.
100%.
I don't think there should be 2 high schools.
I was all for that, too.
Yeah.
And I know that they want to build another elementary school. Okay, whatever. But have you been to the high school where all these kids are like adults and huge people and they can't carry their backpack to school because of all the shit that goes down in the world? So let's think about like building a building. You wouldn't make, if you're building a corporation and those are adults to go and learn and work, you wouldn't build like a small tiny thing where like, okay, everyone share a locker, share a seat. It just wouldn't happen.
But in middle school, you get your own locker.
I know.
But then the way that they closed elementary schools a few years ago, well, obviously it backfired on them, you know, so I don't know. I mean, no one has a crystal ball to know exactly what it's supposed to be. No. Otherwise, politics would be perfect. But I don't know. All right. Well, maybe you've guilted me into like running
well, I'm just passionate about the future of this town.
Yeah.
And that includes people that we want younger generations to move in here.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, and I have little nieces and nephews that are going to be going to these schools that would go to the new elementary school. Yeah. And I would have loved when I moved to where I am now, I would have taken Kylie out of the one that she was at and put her in that new elementary school. But I school a choice because I'm like, well, the other one's not any better than this
They're
one.
both old.
Yeah.
Yeah. So for sure. Anyway, our TED Talk's over. But go vote regardless. Well, not if you're going to vote.
Hey,
not if you're going to vote no.
Yeah. Well, we'll give you the results next week because, I mean, we'll know tomorrow with the town decided.
Sure.
Yeah,
I'm sure.
Oh, but next week's exciting. Ange is on the podcast next week.
That's right.
Yes. Ange Pasalia, who wrote Here Comes Menopause.
I can't wait.
I know.
To see her.
She's so fun. So it's going to be great. It's going to be a fun episode. Yes.
So did you do anything to celebrate Cinco de Mayo?
No, I didn't do a single thing.
I know. It makes me sad.
No.
Me either.
I didn't. And I love tequila, and I didn't even have tequila.
I know. You know why? Because it was on a Monday.
It was on a Monday. And right now, our company is entertaining a big media event for Winchester.
Oh, is that what's going on at the ranch?
Yes. Oh. So I have been back and forth every day, sometimes multiple times a day. I wish I just had like a little
You need
tram.
a trolley.
Like a tram that took me from my house there.
Yeah. A little back and forth.
So, no, it's been great. It's been successful. You know, a lot of great people. It's been wonderful, but a lot of entertaining.
That's exhausting.
It is. Yeah.
So how many people are staying there?
Every bed is full. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
Who's doing 11. The cooking?
Me, Chris, and Amy, who's the digital marketer.
For every meal.
Yeah.
Stop it.
Although Mike Dodman did come out and do the barbecue.
Okay.
And it was amazing. His brisket was outstanding. It was a Wagyu brisket.
Ooh.
Oh my gosh, Meko.
Melt.
Like not even one bite was like too tough. You know, like sometimes like you'll get a couple of good strips of brisket and then the one's a little tough. Mm-hmm. Every bite was, it's gone. And it was a big brisket.
Oh, I bet.
There's like one slab of ribs left that we'll use for like appetizers tonight. Yeah.
How awesome. Mm-hmm. Yeah, we had a busy weekend.
We did have a busy weekend. It was a good, fun weekend.
It was a fun weekend.
Good opener, just like official spring splash into summer.
Which is probably why Cinco de Mayo wasn't such a big deal. Because we were so busy.
Yeah, probably.
You know.
Maybe we would have celebrated Cinco de Mayo on Saturday, but it was prom.
It was prom.
Yeah.
Yeah. So prom was beautiful. The kids had a beautiful day. They looked gorgeous. They did some really cute getting ready together with each other. We got some great pics.
Yep.
Chris was
the
photographer.
Like, the master photographer, yeah.
Yeah, it was great. They had a good time.
Yeah. Evie had a shoe malfunction, thankfully, before going out for the evening.
Before.
Yes.
And then she had a ticket malfunction at the end of the night.
Oh, my gosh. I know.
I know. Poor thing. She was really upset.
Yeah.
Yeah. We're trying to.
Is she nervous about driving now?
No. No, not at all.
Okay.
It's just she ran a red light. that was the bigger deal than speeding. So you can't do both.
Yeah, you can't really get out of both of them. Yeah, that sucks. Ugh, ouch.
Anyhow.
Well, we kind of had our own prom the night before.
We did.
Yes.
At Cancer Services.
Cancer Services the night before.
We love to support.
Yes.
It's our local cancer services that services everywhere. I think Midland, Gladwin, all over the community.
Yeah,
right?
no, and it's pretty remarkable. They have like an amazing center in the cancer building at the hospital.
Yeah.
And can help anybody. It doesn't matter if you have a huge income or no income.
Right.
You can get rides, you can get help, you can get counseling.
You can get wigs. You can get
they're
gas
so
cards.
they're so serving.
You can get somebody to help you
Like if your
pick up
toilet's
your
clogged
kids or something.
Yeah.
Anything. Because when you're going through it, and you might not have all the help. Like if you're in chemo for 6 hours of a day, you need to get your kids. They'll help
you're
you.
exhausted.
You're
I mean,
exhausted.
I haven't gone through it, but I've sat with you while you've gone through
It's tiring.
it. Yeah. So, but this woman told a story about how she got diagnosed with like a form of leukemia, only to have go through treatment to have her son diagnosed with brain cancer. Then to help him, and then her get re-diagnosed with breast cancer.
Terrible.
All within 24 months.
Yeah, it was a terrible story.
Oh my gosh.
I was just like heartbroken for her. Also, it seemed like, what is that show with the red hats on TV?
The show with the red hats.
You know oh my God, they all wear red coats.
Oh, yeah. It's
the
Handmaid's Tale.
Handmaid's Tale. You know how those girls never get a break?
Yes.
They never get a break. Somebody's always getting railed or something.
Or it's like an episode of 1923.
They can never get a break. So that's what I was thinking when this lady was telling us her story. You're just like, oh my God, every single thing individually was so terrible.
Yeah.
And then compounded, you're like, what?
Yes. But then on the other side, everybody's in remission, and now she is a counselor for people who are going through treatment. And I think that's amazing.
That's amazing. So it's a great event. We love to go every year.
Yeah.
They actually have quite a few events. They have the spring, and then they have
the fall.
or the Christmas
luncheon.
luncheon.
It is Christmas time, yeah.
And then in the summer they have that big long table on Main Street. So
dinner on Main.
they do it right. They do the events.
Yeah.
The only thing they don't do right
Oh my God.
is some of the meals.
Oh my gosh. So
Okay.
it was a typical
cute.
banquet style meal.
I get it. You're serving. How many people do you think were there? 500?
It was sold out. I bet
Yeah.
you there was over 500 people there.
I mean, our table was jammed.
Our table was jammed, and it had a chicken, a beef option, polenta. It was gluten free, much
Oh,
appreciated.
that was chicken?
That was like some type of chicken sausage.
Oh.
I was a little uncertain. The best was Meko was like, I don't know what's wrong with these potatoes. I was like, that's because it's polenta.
Either way, gross.
Oh, I don't know what the orange thing was that the
you know what I
chicken
had?
was dipped in.
The green beans.
Yeah.
They were good.
My filet was very tasty. It's like sous vide to medium rare.
Yeah, I couldn't get past the penis looking.
Yours was like either a penis or like a bad turd.
Bad turd.
Yeah.
Or the state of California upside down.
Yeah, it could be that too. But what they also did, because people were pounding some cocktails because it, was an open bar, they served chicken fingers and French fries and
at
like
the
little
end.
sandwiches at the end.
That was smart.
Yeah.
Little cheeseburgers.
Yes.
Yes.
So
And,
so you were eating the
I'm the
fries.
queen of the French fries anyway, so that was perfect.
But you and Chris also had a malfunction.
Oh, yes.
Yes.
Because we made Randy and Chris go get espresso martinis
Yes.
at the regular bar.
Yep.
And it totally spilled all down my dress, which you can't see there, thankfully. But
Yeah. But then when Chris stood up to get my martini from the waitress, he sat down, his tie went into the orange sauce.
It was such a-
and he had no idea. And then he sits down and it like bounced off the table, onto his shirt, onto his pants, onto his jacket.
I mean, it was like one of those domino things.
I took it to the cleaners and I was like, please get this out.
Yes.
I was just worried
Sorry.
about being like greasy.
Yeah.
But-
the dry cleaner once told me, not here, but somewhere else, they were like, don't ever try to pre-treat anything
Oh, good to know.
for the dry cleaner because they have so many different chemicals that
Yeah.
they can get stuff out with. They don't want you to mess with it.
Okay. No,
So
I get
just
that.
FYI.
Yeah. Good to know.
Yeah. Some full-on coffee liqueur down the front.
I know. Have you had that dress cleaned yet?
No, Randy took it in. Hopefully he
Okay.
told them. I didn't even think about that. Was that before or after the spill?
That's after the spill because I feel like we're feeling no pain there.
Oh, yeah, probably.
And that's when I was like, remember when I said we should take more pictures?
Yeah.
And
you
then-
did.
Yeah, we took 10 there and then that was it.
We weren't very
But then
creative with
we
our
were not
backgrounds.
we weren't very creative because apparently I didn't know this until the next day and everybody else posted their stuff on social media. There was a gorgeous sunset.
Oh, yeah.
And everybody
all
was
those
out on
really
the patio.
cute girls that are in their 30s, they went out on the patio.
I know because they're millennials and
They
they
know
like
how to do it.
thrived on social media in their younger
it.
years and we're just behind.
We're behind, Katie. Whatever.
So-
we were having a good time inside.
Well, that's the thing. We're living in the moment.
We are in the moment.
Right?
Cheers. All right. Now I won't feel so bad. But anyway, that was Friday night. Feeling a little hungover on Saturday for prom.
I wasn't necessarily hungover, but I was tired. I got up and went to the gym, and then Kylie was like, I want to do a workout with you. And I was like, well, then we're just doing a bar workout at the gym because what I was planning on doing, you're not going to want to do.
Right.
So let's just do this. And it was good. It was a good full body situation. But then she was getting ready. She puts her heels on. She was like, I shouldn't have done that. My thighs hurt walking in these shoes.
Right. These poor little girls. They're like Bambi on ice.
I know.
in
I'm like,
heels.
you can bend your knees when you
Yes.
walk.
I think we should have a class on teaching these girls how to put, first of all, what kind of heel they should wear.
I know. It's not just about the look.
Yeah. Maybe you need a platform.
Yeah.
Like Evie. Or maybe you need a stiletto. Or maybe you need flats.
Yeah. Yeah. Totally.
You know?
Yeah.
And then find your heel and then practice.
Yes.
Because it's not, you can't just get up and do it.
Yeah. No.
It's terrible
so.
to watch them. And
Well, and some of the girls, when they're walking around taking pictures, I mean, you can just tell that they are in pain.
and they're just walking like, anyway.
So.
They'll get it. They'll
I
get
know.
it. So Mother's Day is this weekend.
I know. It like popped up on me. I wonder if my family even knows.
They do. Did you see that meme on Instagram? That someone's like, this is the size of an epidural needle.
Yes, I
Be
saw that
nice
today.
to your mom.
It was like, don't forget Mother's Day is on Sunday. And just as a reminder, this is the size of an epidural
and
needle.
it showed
it's
like
so,
an actual spine.
so big.
It's so
Thankfully,
true.
they're putting it in your back and you don't see the size of that
Thank
needle when it
God.
goes in. I know.
Did you get one?
I did.
So did I. And I sort of don't remember because I was so like, I felt like.
Did they drug you on other stuff beforehand?
Probably. They
Yeah.
must have. 'Cause
I
I was
was.
just kind of like, whatever. They're like, we're going to put an epidural in. And then I remember feeling really like I was going to pass out. And I was like, nobody was looking at me.
Yeah.
They were looking at the monitors and they were looking at whatever. And all of a sudden I go, you guys, am I supposed to feel like I'm supposed to pass out? And they're like, oh my God. And they did something else and I was fine.
Okay. So I didn't really want an epidural, but I went in, my water broke. And I may have told you this story before, but my OB was in love with Chris. And it was very evident every single time we would go to an appointment together. And she was like, should we, schedule this baby around your hunt schedule?
Oh my God.
And I was
You're
like, no.
Can you look at me?
Baby number one, she's going to come when she's going to come. Like,
Yeah.
it is what it is. So my water breaks. We get to the hospital. It's 7 a.m. And she's like, so I have to be out of here by 3. So we're going to have this baby by 3 o'clock. And I was like, okay. Well, she just kept talking to Chris the whole time. She wasn't even paying attention to me. And, I made the mistake. I started talking through a contraction, acting super tough. And it was like a little painful, but I tried to pretend like I wasn't feeling
Yeah.
it. But you could see it like spike on the monitor. She's like, wow. She's like, you're one tough cookie. Let's get you on some Pitocin. We'll get you out of here in no time. So she like goes full bore. Well, now I'm having a contraction every other minute.
Oh my God.
Oh my God, it was so painful. And basically, then they put me on some drugs like for the pain. So I would pass out and then 45 seconds later come to because the pain would happen. And then I would just kind of like pass out again. And then, of course, the great husband thing to say is like, oh, he's like, that one wasn't as bad as the last one. No,
I love it.
No, they're
I
all
love
bad
it when they say that.
They're all bad.
You got it.
Yeah.
Oh,
So it was terrible.
Do I? Do I?
Yeah. Uh-huh. So then finally it was like, okay, I was dilated enough. They're like, let's get an epidural in. And thank God I had one. I almost fought it, but my placenta didn't come out.
Well, you have only a small window. You can get that epidural in anyway.
I had the epidural at 1:00 and I had Kylie at 3. But my placenta didn't come out. So then the OB's in me, like above her elbow, pulling it out piece by piece.
Oh, awesome.
That was the most painful.
Yeah.
And I'm like, thank God I had an epidural, because I don't know how I would have been able to get through it without it. But I lost control of one of my legs with the epidural.
So did you kick her?
No. What happened is that while we were pushing, Chris had the UFC fight on.
Oh, right.
And he was watching the UFC fight, and something happened. He dropped my leg because he was like into what he was watching on TV, and my leg like bounced off the side of the bed.
Oh my God.
And the nurse turned off the TV and was like, you need to pay attention. Now, he does say that I really rag on him on this podcast, and I really don't think I do. But that is a true story, and he is a much more sensitive man than he was back then. So
yeah. There was something on the TV when I think it was like Miss USA or something.
Yeah.
I want to say, when I was giving birth, and I was like, what the fuck?
Turn the TV off.
God.
No, and then
look at my poop right now.
Right? You can't eat, and then he's like, I was starving.
Yes, that's all they can talk about. God, I'm so hungry. And I gave birth at a hospital right beside the In-N-Out burger.
Oh.
Randy's like, I'm going to go get In-N-Out. I'm like, the fuck you are. You were going to stay right here.
Oh, I feel like I gave birth in a manger compared to when I would go visit either my sister or my sister-in-law when they had babies, because it was a very tiny hospital in Gaylord, Michigan. But there was no like lactation consultant. There was nothing.
Did they have like a midwife and that was it?
No, they basically thankfully Kylie just latched on and it was super easy. But I was nervous because I watched 9,000 episodes of A Baby Story.
Sure.
And, my
You're
sister didn't have
every complication.
Yes, my sister didn't have an easy time. Like my mom didn't breastfeed because she didn't have an easy time. So I was freaking out about it. But then right before we leave, like the nurse comes in, she's like, "Ooh, her baby looks a little yellow." And I'm like, "Oh my God, she's jaundiced. We need to get this under a Billy blanket right now. I'm not leaving, blah, 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 blah." So yeah, no, it was. Sometimes when you know too much about health things too, that's not the best situation.
That's funny. But my baby, Alex was jaundiced too, and they just were like, let's just put her in the sun. So they just rolled her cart over into like where the sun came through the window.
But you're in California in August. That works out. That's better than it was a snowstorm in October.
Oh, right. Yeah. That's
in Gaylord, Michigan. So yeah, she went under the blanket. And they're like, you need to feed her 15 minutes on each side. And I'm like, well, she'll only eat for like 3 minutes off of one. And they're like, ooh, that's not enough. And I'm like, but she's not crying. She's not acting like she's hungry. I go to the pediatrician a week later thinking like my baby's starving because she's only eating for a couple of minutes. And he was just like this fat roly-poly dude with like these really thick glasses. So his eyeballs like looked huge. And he was like, Mrs. Kiefer, I don't really know the polite way to say this, but you're quite endowed, and I feel like you're holding a lot of milk, and it's probably coming out really fast. She's gained over a pound. She's doing just fine.
Fine.
I know. I would have been the lady on the wagon train on the Oregon Trail that would have fed all the babies because I had so much milk.
Oh, my God.
I should have sold it on the black market.
You totally can. Or you can donate it. I know people that did that.
Well, I ended up keeping like all my milk and then used it throughout like her first year because I stopped breastfeeding.
Now I think you can give it to any kid that needs it.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I'm pretty sure you can. I don't know. Should we Google that? I feel like you can. I was not a very good breastfeeder. First of all, I was really anxious about it, and also then I had to fly to Michigan 8 weeks.
Yeah.
She was like 10 weeks old, and so I was like, I am not bringing my boob out on a plane, traveling alone with a 10-week-old baby.
Every woman's different. My boobs were so big that there was no discreet like, oh, look at me under this cute little like blanket. No, I had to make sure she didn't suffocate. And it was like a whole process because I couldn't even find my nipple. My boob was so big.
Yeah. And then it was like, hurt, and I was not producing enough
I know,
milk.
I'll have to see if I can find a picture, but there's a picture. Kylie's like a week old, and I fell asleep like holding her on the couch, and there's this little tiny baby, and my fucking tit is like so
Did you
big, like right
pump?
next to her. Yeah, so I would feed her, and I
then
could
you would
pump
pump?
2 bottles.
Remember
And then-
the old pumps that were like,
Yeah. Oh yeah.
that's what and like we rented it from the hospital because I'm like, what am I? I'm not going to buy 1,000. And at the time, they were like
so
$1,000.
expensive. Oh yeah. By the time my sister-in-law had one, insurance covered it, and I was like, we were broke, and we paid for this on our own.
Well, so we rented it, and then I took it back, and now I have girls that work for us, and the pump is like in their pocket, and it's like Bluetooth to their phone, and like they're injecting people, and you can subtly hear like a, but like not bad, you know?
Oh yeah.
Where we were like, it was like, you know that video that Pink has, the singer.
Yeah. Is it a music video?
Raise Your Glass.
Oh yeah.
And she's got like the things on the cow, it's on the people rather than the cow. Anyway.
Okay.
That's what I felt like, a cow.
Oh, I would have to go into I worked for an orthopedic surgeon at the time. I would have to go in his office, and then I would take the chair and I would put it in front of his door just so that nobody would like accidentally walk in.
Right.
And sit and pump in there. And knowing like, oh my gosh, I have patients to see and things to do, but like hurry up and just like all I wanted to do was relieve the pressure because the pressure would be so intense.
I think I told the story before, but we got tickets. I had won this thing for work, and it was front row tickets to see Coldplay. Oh yeah. And it was the week after she was born, and I was like, well, we're going obviously because I won this thing, and we stayed at the Montage, which is this great resort in Laguna Beach, and we brought her and my mom, and I'm like, it's fine, we'll totally go. And went to the concert. Halfway through, I was like, oh my God, I have to pump or feed. Like, my boob is going to leak. I'm going to feed Chris Martin.
I would just go into like a stall in the bathroom and like open up and like squirt milk into the toilet.
Oh my God, it was so painful.
Yeah, just to get that pressure out.
We had to fucking leave.
You left?
We left the concert.
Oh.
We left the concert. Last time I saw Coldplay. I'm sorry, Chris Martin. If you ever come back, I won't be pregnant and I won't have big boobs like
Kylie
that.
was 11 weeks old when we went and saw Bob Seger. And I pumped into, this is back when the Pistons played
at the Palace.
At the Palace in Auburn Hills. And you get like those blue plastic piston cups when you would get beer. And I had my pump, and instead of putting them in bottles because I was pumping and dumping, I had 2 piston cups.
And it was like,
just taking all of the milk out.
oh my God.
So, yeah.
The things we do.
Right?
For our babies.
So we better be celebrated on Sunday.
I know. So Alex came home last night from school.
Oh, like officially done out of her apartment?
Yeah, she's done. She was done last week with finals and then was very busy for the rest of the week until last night.
Now, are you still paying rent on that apartment through the summer?
100% until August.
Okay.
Yeah. So it's there if anybody needs to use it. I don't know if you would want to. Anyway, so I made her watch Another Simple Favor with me.
Oh, yeah. What did you think?
Terrible ending.
Terrible ending. Like when it starts out,
you're like, okay, I'm on board.
Right?
Like it kept me intrigued.
It's far-fetched, but it's, the whole concept of A Simple Favor, the book is far-fetched, right? And as much as I'm not a Blake Lively fan right now, I'm like, you're playing the part
She's
to
playing
a T.
the part.
I'm into it.
I love Anna Kendrick.
Yes.
Also, they made Harry, what's his name? Harry Golding?
Oh, yeah. Uh-huh.
The dad, Sean. Look like a big weenie.
No, I know.
Right? Like who dies in the shower
from a prick
in the finger?
Okay,
I mean,
this is dumb. When I was like, am I turning it off or am I not turning it off? When she pushes the ant off the cliff and you see the little digitized like cartoon figure hit every rock on the way
and
down.
You heard her. No.
Yeah, you heard her. And then you heard her hit the cliffs. It was so cheesy. The CGI, it was so dumb.
It was.
I'm like, okay.
Okay, and the sister fucker.
Yeah.
I can't. With the 2 sisters.
And that the random like triplet survived. And
Charity.
Yeah.
Hope, faith, and charity, really?
Yeah. Well.
Yeah, that was a weird storyline. Also, the ending. There is not going to be a Simple Favor 3.
But they ended it like it would be.
I know.
And I'm like,
I know. I was like, there's no way. Although we'd watch it. But I don't think they really have the budget.
If Blake Lively's doing that, then everything's really going downhill
It's
with her
really
Justin
going
Baldoni
downhill.
case, because this didn't even go to the movie theater. It went straight to Amazon Prime. For free.
Uh-huh.
And the next one is going to be, I mean, it might as well be on the Hallmark Channel.
Yeah.
I mean, it's so cheesy.
It's so cheesy.
So, especially because you had a budget to go to Capri to film it.
Yeah. Yes.
Capri.
So the best was that the husband, her new husband, the Italian guy that was so hot, was gay. I love that.
No, that
was a good
very
twist.
believable in the fact that he found her in prison and that was why.
That was
Totally
a great
get it.
twist.
Yeah.
I loved that part.
Yeah.
So I was on board with that.
It's just unfortunate that he died.
I know, but why did they have to kill him?
I don't know, because he was really hot.
He
He would be the reason why you would watch other Simple Favor.
Right. What would you title that? Because this was called Another Simple Favor. What would the third one be called? Trace Simple Favor?
The favor that never ends.
Yes.
I don't know.
Wow.
Well, Anna Kendrick, I mean, if this is going to be like a whole mob thing in Italy, it's not like she's going to be in it.
True.
And Andrew Reynolds is so good. I hate that he was only like in the first 5 minutes of the movie.
Who?
Andrew Reynolds.
Who's that?
He's the gay guy in the beginning. That's like her, Anna Kendrick's friend.
Oh,
Like,
Daryl.
A parent from the school.
When everyone's like, shut up, Daryl. That guy. He's the school. He's another dad at the school meeting.
No, he's the gay dad that had like the little girl, and he was like, "Don't get pregnant at camp."
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
okay.
Yeah. And he was criticizing something, and they were like, shut up, Daryl.
Yeah, him.
Yeah.
So he's like a Broadway superstar.
Oh, is he?
Yeah.
Okay.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
He's the original Elder Price in the Book of Mormon.
No way. I didn't know that.
Yeah. So and he's been in a bunch of other things, but yeah, he's Broadway icon. Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Got it.
So like if he were to walk down, a street, if we were in New York and I saw him, I would probably fangirl out. I wouldn't even be able to speak and say, "Oh my God, I love you." Yeah.
Has he been in anything else besides Book of Mormon?
Oh yeah.
Oh,
he's been in lots of things.
Oh.
Yeah.
And now he's on TV.
And now he's on TV. Well, he was in that show Girls. Remember Girls on HBO?
Sort of.
He was the gay friend
With
in
Lena.
that.
What was her name? Lena somebody.
I loved his character in that. But yeah, no, he's had quite a few things on Broadway.
Okay.
So he's
I mean,
great.
he looked familiar to me. I felt like
He's been in a lot of shows.
other thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, so Alex is home for 2 weeks before she moves to Miami.
Okay.
And our house looks very lived in.
Oh, the college lifestyle has been brought
just
to.
the stuff, right? And I go, hey, can I help you unpack a little bit? She's like, no, because I'm going to repack and leave in 2 weeks, which logically makes sense.
Is she consolidating it all to her bedroom?
Yes.
Oh, but you've kind of moved an office in there.
No, but I haven't. I mean,
Okay.
I don't use it.
Okay.
So I just wanted to help her organize.
Okay.
And that was, so what I'm finding out about adult children, you just have to bite your tongue.
Yeah.
It is not my situation anymore.
So Alex and Kylie are very much the same in messy bedrooms, messy bathrooms.
But organized brain.
Yes.
She knows exactly what's happening. She was today online. She has to try to find an internship for next summer right now.
Okay.
So she's on all these sites doing that. Yeah. Yes. Very organized in her brain.
Yeah. Yes. Very book smart.
Yes.
They got their shit together. They can and street smart at the same
Yes.
time. But as far as keeping a clean, organized room,
That was
now
not
your
her
girls
gift.
have always been more helpful, cleaning up the kitchen, just because you and Randy both worked full time.
Yeah.
There was a big chunk where I was a stay-at-home mom, so I was like, oh, I'm just doing it my way because no one can do it as good as me. But that is now backfired in life when you're gone all day.
Yeah.
And your child is home. And you're like, hey, can you kind of help clean up? I had to leave in a hurry, blah, 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 blah. And then you come home and I thought I asked you to clean up. I did.
No.
What?
She oh, were you talking to me?
Oh, okay. And I'm like, I mean, that kind of means like no dishes in the sink, you know, whatever you use to make your lunch, it gets put away.
Yeah.
Like that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah. So.
Yeah, I don't think I did it the best way. I was listening to Mel Robbins yesterday, and she was talking about all the mistakes she made as a mom.
Okay.
And I feel like I've made tons in terms of just like,
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, I at least used to lose my shit on my kids.
I feel like we could have like a whole podcast about this and like how we would have done it different. But go on, because your kids are well-rounded. But go ahead.
No, because I would get home at the end of a day of working or traveling or whatever, and I'd be like, oh my God, nobody listens to me, and I would just lose it.
Yeah.
And so her solution is you can apologize. You can still apologize for all those mistakes that you made as a mom.
Yep.
And your kid may or may not remember, but they'll appreciate it. And I was like, well, that's good advice.
Well, does this happen to you? Well, you'll be talking about something and then your kid will bring up something that you said or did and you don't remember. And it was kind of shitty, right?
Oh.
And then it gets brought up to you and you're like, yeah, I don't really remember doing that. I guess maybe in the heat of the moment.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe I probably did. Yeah. Ooh, sorry about that.
Yeah.
You know?
I know. Oh, 100%.
Yeah.
I'm sure I did all those things. Like, you know, you just get really frustrated and they're little or they're whatever. And you're like, oh my God, I remember one particular scene where we had a puppy and a dog when Callie was little. And we just brought her home from the trainer because we had sent her away for like 3 weeks or 4 weeks or whatever. And she was supposed to come back, this immaculate dog that listened and was great. And what did she do the first thing when she came into the house? She shit on the floor and she ate a shoe.
Nice.
And I was like, we are rehoming this fucking dog. I can't do it. There's shit everywhere. She's chewing. Nobody takes care of her except me. We're finding her a new home.
Yeah.
And the girl started crying. No, you can't take her away. And I was like, then you need to help.
Yeah.
Because I'm going to lose my fucking mind right now.
Yeah. Well, and they'll figure it out, like, you know, when they're moms someday too.
Yeah.
Because I remember bringing stuff up to my mom and dad, or even I might even say it now because it's something that triggered you in your brain that happened, and they're like, well, I don't remember that. Especially like if I say something on this podcast, they're like, we don't remember that.
Yeah,
that never happened.
We blocked it out of our memory.
and it's like, oh, really? Because it's a core memory of mine, and that's why I chose to parent this way. That kind of thing. So, and I mean, not all the ways are the right ways, and not all the wrong ways are the wrong ways. You kind of, I don't know. You either choose to be the same or different than how you were raised or handled the situation.
Right.
And maybe it will work, and maybe sometimes it backfires.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We'll never know. We'll know in about 20 years.
Right.
That's
But I
when you
do
know.
love the fact that when you remember something, whether you remember it or your kid brings it up, and you're like, yeah, no, sorry.
Right.
That must have been a really bad day, and I'm sorry.
Right.
I think that still goes miles.
It does. And I remember doing that at the time, certain things, right? Like I'd lose my mind over something so trivial now that you look back and you're like, oh my God, that was so ridiculous. Mm-hmm. And then I'd be like, sorry, mom was really stressed or, you know, whatever. And they're like, it's okay.
Well, and now, like,
now get your butts in bed.
well, and you understand now, like, well, maybe I just started my period that day.
Yeah.
Now you understand.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
So,
anyway,
I don't know,
funny.
but so Alex is going to be gone this summer.
Yes.
So obviously but you are gonna just love and embrace the fact that she's home. Like you have both your kids under one roof for 2 weeks.
I told Randy I slept the best last night that I have in a very long time. I don't even know what it is. It's like something about knowing that both of my kids are under my roof and they're sleeping and all is right in the world. And so I just sleep better and knowing where they are and, you know.
I don't know 100% that feeling yet. So only when one comes home, I will be completely full. But another mom that I was hanging out with last night, her son is done with school and has a great job, but it just right now they're like, hey, we have the room in our house. You can live here, save your money to get your own place kind of situation. So their older son is back home, but their daughter's in college and now she's home for the summer. And she said, she's like, I've been sleeping so good knowing that both of my kids are here.
It's weird. Like I wonder, you hear about other people that are empty nesters, their kids move back home, and there's a split. It's definitely a 50-50, like, oh, this is awesome.
Yeah.
Because I love having my kids back home. Or it's like, oh my God, they're back home, and we were so used to going the other way.
Right. I guess it depends what your kid is doing when they come home.
Right.
Are they home because they haven't fucking figured it out?
Right.
And you're just like,
what are we
now?
doing?
Kind
What
of
are we doing?
situation.
Yeah.
Or are they home because this is the best financial opportunity for them to save money and, better off their future or whatever it may be.
No, that's very true. Because it could be, you could go back into when they were 15 or 14. And you're like, what are we doing?
Yeah.
What are we doing today? What's the plan? Do we have an interview lined up?
Yep.
Do we have, that could be a different conversation than, oh, yeah, please move back home. I know it's hard to find housing or you want to move back home until you find your job or whatever.
Yeah.
Yes, I am all about that.
Or even if they have the opportunity to do like remote work or they find a job within 30 minutes from the house, that kind of thing.
All about that.
Yeah.
I would love that. Actually.
So a girl that I worked with when I first graduated from college at the hospital, so she lived at home with her mom and dad. She paid rent, and I say that in quotations, and gave it to her mom and dad.
Was it in hugs?
Nope. She paid them money. And she had made it like her own space in the basement, didn't use like her childhood bedroom upstairs. And the mom and dad put it like in a high yield savings account and basically helped. And then sometimes they would just like toss a little extra money into that account. And then she had the down payment for her house when she got engaged. And I thought that was brilliant.
Yeah, that's awesome.
And I was like, if I have the opportunity, if like that's a situation that would be my
For
child
sure.
someday, I would totally do that.
I would.
You learn
100%
the
do
concept of money to say like, okay, this has to go towards my living expenses.
Yeah.
Right. But at the same time but you've also built this up, and now here you go.
Yeah.
You can go start your life.
Yeah, exactly. No, I would 100% do that. I would love that. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I only have her for 2.5 weeks, and I'm like, okay, what do we want to do? Do you want to, she's like, I'm going to go play pickleball with Evie today, and tomorrow I'm going to do this. And yeah, I love that.
No, that's great for them too.
Yeah, it sucks that it's so short, but,
I know.
Now it's like you get to a point where they may never return, which is so bizarre, right?
So that statistic that says by the time your child turns 18, you have spent 90% of the time that you will ever spend with them in your lifetime.
Nah,
right?
I know. And I also read this article that talked about getting to know your adult child again. Because you know them from 0 to 18, and they're with you every single day of their life and at night, and you know all the things that happen within their circle and their life, and you know all their friends, and then they go away. And you don't know anybody that they affiliate with. You don't know their professors. You don't know who they're living near. You don't know who they're influenced by. Their friends, really. I mean, you kind of know them, but you don't know their friends' parents.
Right.
Like you did in high school.
Yep.
And so it's a different dynamic, and you're like, who are you now? I'm curious. Like,
I know.
Who are you turning out to be?
I know. Oh, this is all making I'm
It's
Chris
a Mother's Day theme for sure.
I know. Chris and I are very not nervous about being empty nesters. I don't have an issue with having a relationship with my husband. We've always been great about dating, and we have a great relationship. So that's not the thing. But probably like the past 2 years, like the three of us have done so much together and enjoy hanging out with one another that we're like, bummed.
Yeah. Yeah.
And Chris and Kylie have like a funny little banter. They have a big bond over hockey. Sure. I don't pretend to care. I enjoy hockey. I don't love watching it on TV.
Yeah, it's still happening.
I'll go to a hockey game.
The Stanley Cup finals are not even done.
No.
I say this every week for my husband's benefit because I'm like, is it the Stanley Cup finals yet? And he's like, no, it's still the playoffs.
No, I think, are we officially all in the next stage?
I don't even know.
Everybody's officially in the second round.
How many rounds are there?
But a few of them have gone to 7 games.
Are there like 100 rounds?
4 rounds to the national to the championship, I think.
I don't even know. I don't know.
I think the 4th round is when it's the final 2 teams.
Okay,
But the
got
fact
it.
that they play 7 games, like you can play 7 games each round,
It's just
it's
so
a lot.
much hockey. But
Yeah.
anyway,
Yeah.
I love that they have that bond.
Yeah, no, it's great. I love it too. But I mean, I'm not going to fill that void come next fall.
Well, he'll just have to go back to Ferris and be
Oh
with his
yeah, no,
old
we'll be hanging out at a wiggle bed.
hockey-
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
His old hockey
thankfully
thing.
it's not too far away.
No.
I think it won't seem that far away at first when you're like, she's excited for us to go visit and everything. And then when it's kind of like, yeah, okay, like, yeah, you don't have to come. Then
Yes.
or it's like, I mean, it's dark at 5 o'clock. Maybe
Right.
not come. I mean, we'll see. I don't know.
Right. Right.
Again, I might have a tram that goes right through the sky, takes me all the way to Big
Aw.
Rapids.
She'll love it though.
All right, so Meko, you brought the wine today.
I did. It's a Spanish wine, a Rioja.
Okay.
Viota. I think that's how you pronounce it.
And-
anyway, Tuesday wine. I like it.
It is a Tuesday wine. It's a great Tuesday wine.
Yeah. I don't know what it retails for. What does it retail for? $20?
I think it retails for $20. It's on sale at like our local
Yeah.
wine store right now.
It's really good.
Yeah.
It's easy to drink,
It is very easy to drink.
easy to pour.
No. So, and the more you buy, the cheaper it gets at
Yeah.
Easton Party Store. So, I'm into
So
it.
before I left today, Randy was on a call and I wrote which wine because he likes to let me know which wine to take, and he was like, the Spanish or the French.
Okay. So I will bring the wine next week. The week after, I don't think you ask Randy. Meko, you let the winds of wine wisdom tell you what you should bring. And that
I will.
requires you going downstairs
Yes.
with a stool and grab
And
something
getting
from the
a top shelf. Okay. It'll be an hourglass, a settings, or a Del Dotto.
Oh, love all those
Yes.
things. Love it.
So before we move on to our next topic,
Oh, yes.
I have to read you this. It's not really a poem. It's sort of a letter.
Am I going to cry?
Maybe. So my friend from California sends this every Mother's Day.
Okay.
It's an essay, and I love it because now it resonates so much more than it did when our kids were little.
Okay.
I'm gonna read it. We are sitting at lunch when my daughter casually mentions that she and her husband are thinking of starting a family. We're taking a survey, she says half jokingly. Do you think I should have a baby? It will change your life, I say, carefully keeping my tone neutral. Sorry, I have to widen the font. I know, she says, no more sleeping in on the weekends, no more spontaneous vacations. But that is not what I meant at all. I look at my daughter, trying to decide what to tell her. I want to tell her to know what she will never learn in childbirth classes. I want to tell her that the physical wounds of childbearing will heal, but that becoming a mother will leave her with an emotional wound so raw that she will forever be vulnerable. I consider warning her that she will never again read a newspaper without asking, what if that would have been my child? That every plane crash, every house fire will haunt her. That when she sees pictures of starving children, she will wonder if anything could be worse than watching your child die. I will look at her carefully, manicured nails and stylish suit, and think no matter how sophisticated she is becoming, a mother will reduce her to the primitive level of a bear protecting her cub. Then an urgent call of mom will cause her to drop a souffle in her best crystal without a moment's hesitation. I feel I should warn her that no matter how many years she has invested in her career, she will professionally dread that will be professionally derailed by motherhood. She might arrange for childcare, but one day she will be going into an important business meeting and she will think of her baby's sweet smell, and she will have to use every ounce of her discipline to keep her from running home just to make sure her baby's all right. I want my daughter to know that an everyday decision will no longer be routine. that a 5-year-old boy's desire to go to the men's room rather than the women's at McDonald's will become a major dilemma. That is right. In the midst of clattering trays and screaming children, issues of independence and gender identity will be weighed against the prospect that a child molester may be lurking in the restroom. However decisive she may be at the office, she will always second guess herself constantly as a mother. Looking at my attractive daughter, I want to assure her that eventually she will shed the pounds of pregnancy, but she will never feel the same about herself. That her life, now so important, will be less value to her once she has a child. That she will give it up in a moment to save her offspring, but will also begin to hope for more years and not to accomplish of her own dreams, but to watch her child accomplish theirs. I want her to know that cesarean scar or shiny stretch marks will become badges of honor. My daughter's relationship with her husband will change, but not in the way she thinks. I wish she could understand how much more you can love a man who is careful to provide the baby and never hesitates to play with his child. I think she should know that she will fall in love with him for the reasons she would not find very romantic. I wish my daughter could sense the bond she will feel with the women throughout history who have tried to stop war, prejudice, and drunk driving. I hope she will understand why I can think rationally about most issues, but become temporarily insane when I discuss the threat of nuclear war to my children's future. I want to describe to my daughter that the exhilaration of seeing your child learn to ride a bike. I want to capture for her the belly laugh of a baby who is touching the soft fur of a dog or a cat for the first time. I want her to taste the joy that is so real it actually hurts. My daughter's quizzical look makes me realize the tears have formed in my eyes. You'll never regret it, I said. Then I reached across the table and squeezed my daughter's hand, offered a silent prayer for her and for me and for all the mere mortal women who stumble their way into the most wonderful callings, the blessed gift from God, that of being a mom.
Oh. Well, that's emotional.
Sorry.
Oh, thank you, Kelsey. She's bringing us Kleenex. Yeah, I mean, that's all so true.
And now you appreciate it even more, right?
Yeah. No, it is. It is different when you have like grown children.
Yeah.
Right? Because now they think that they know things and that they could go out in the world and do them all, and they really don't. But, I remember thinking that myself,
You're like, oh, it's easy.
Yeah.
Easy peasy. Oh. Now you just think like, oh my God, there's so many things you just want to put a rubber ball around them. You can't.
Well, I mean, I remember when Kylie first came out being like, can I put her back in? Because it's scary out here.
It is scary. I sort of know why people are like, no, I'm not going to have kids. If you're not sure, don't do it.
Yeah. No, I mean, my Uncle Mark and Aunt Pam didn't have kids, and they were like, no, we like our money freedom. And we like to go on vacation. We like to do things like we're selfish. No, like we don't want to have kids.
Actually, that's not selfish. I feel like that's the opposite.
Well, knowing that you probably wouldn't be able to give what a parent should be able to get, because it becomes the most selfless thing that you can do.
Yes.
And if you are selfish while you're a parent, then you got it all fucking wrong.
Shitty parent. Yeah. So anyway.
Oh, Mother's Day.
Happy Mother's Day, everybody. Sorry for the tears, but that's so true. Thank you, Stacy, for sending that every year. All right, let's get into the Met Gala.
The Met Gala. Okay, I saved this thing on Instagram because I wanted to read this because this is stuff that I did not know. Okay.
Tell me more.
Right?
Are they actually at the Met when they do this?
And yes, I believe so. Okay.
Is this a trivia you're going to tell us?
Well, how Anna Winters came up with the whole thing.
Okay.
I just have to remember where I saved it.
I just saw an article that she like snubbed someone.
Well, I mean,
She's like 80.
I think it was maybe a Kardashian.
Oh, wow.
I mean, go figure.
Yeah.
So she was like, yeah, no, not here for this. Okay, here it is. Okay, these are all the secret economics of the Met Gala. So what exactly is the Met Gala? It's Vogue's exclusive fundraiser for the Met's Costume Institute. I did not know it was a Vogue thing. Did you?
No.
I thought it was put on by the actual Met.
So
it's
the
Vogue.
Met's costume, what?
So it's the only part of the Met that's not funded by other things, like through their own like fundraising.
Okay.
This is strictly from Vogue. It's hosted by Anna Wintour since 1995. It kicks off a new fashion exhibit each year. This time it's called Superfine Tailoring Black Style.
Oh, which is why everybody wore a suit.
Yes.
Okay.
How much does it cost? Well, a ticket is $75,000.
Shut up. Per couple? Or
A
just
person.
a person?
If you're feeling extra, you can get a whole table for $500,000. But not everyone who can afford to come to the gala gets in. You are handpicked by Anna herself.
So if you're invited by her, then you have to pay. So Simone Biles.
Well, we'll get to that. So where does the money go? All the proceeds from the gala go to the Met's Costume Institute, which it's the only self-funded department at the Met. This year, it's hauled in a record $31 million. It costs $7 million to throw the gala. So that's a $24 million profit towards the costume department. Who pays and who gets paid? So celebs don't get paid to go there. They don't pay or get paid to attend the Met Gala. Brands cover the table, the look and the glam, everything. But everyone profits. The celeb gets massive media moment and the brand gets millions of red carpet exposure.
Okay.
How to snag an invite. Anna improves every guest. It's not pay to play. It's get picked or sit out. So, yes.
Snap,
so that has its
Anna.
own value.
So what happens when she dies?
Whoever I guess is the next
Whoever's her successor.
editor of the Vogue magazine. Yeah.
Damn.
Are there tax loopholes? Of course. You can deduct the cost of the table minus the fair market value as a charitable donation. And the brands can deduct the cost of dressing the celebs as a marketing expense. Why are people so gagged for it? Last year, the Met Gala generated $1.4 billion in media impact value, beating out the Super Bowl's $995 million. Between live streams, influencers, and social media buzz, it has become the top event for media impact. This is why brands dropped millions to be a part of it. So how much does Vogue make? Vogue will make hundreds of millions on Gala, making it one of its biggest cash cow. They've been selling ads on the red carpet since 2015, plus $1 million ads on their live stream. Add in all the other exclusive content they will post and monetize. Vogue is caking.
Damn.
Right?
I had no idea.
No, I thought this was a pure charity thing for like the Met, like it's a museum, right? Art gallery museum.
Right.
So I 100% thought that that's what it was, but no, this is a Vogue thing. Yes, money goes to it for their costume department.
Handpicked.
Oh, every person.
Oh, I would love to have that power. Can you imagine? You'd be like, okay,
right?
let me take an inventory of everyone that I have the selection of. And then they have to accept the invite and pay, or someone pays.
So, I mean, someone pays. The people who are willing to pay, which is probably like New York society and brands, right? And then what does the brand get to decide what celebrity they want at the table, and then she has to like double approve?
Well, that's probably why they, showcase that particular outfit, right? Like, so they're like, oh, Dolce & Gabbana or whatever.
Because they probably paid for that table.
Yes.
Yeah.
And here's what
or
they're
paid
wearing.
for that celebrity to be able to sit at that table.
So I saw a clip of Patrick Kennedy. And he was in a suit. He looked very handsome, except he had like a belt It was a weird, I wish I had a picture of it. It was a weird outfit, I thought.
It could go here. Bloop.
Yeah. And it was like a belt, sort of a red belt, and a purse that matched his belt.
Oh, interesting. Did you see Nicole Kidman?
I didn't. No.
Oh my gosh, I'm Googling it right now. Kelsey can pop
she
it
look
up in the
good?
podcast. She looked great. It's Nicole Kidman. I mean, but her hair, like short pixie hair.
What?
Yes.
It wasn't a wig?
I don't think so. Because it looked pretty tight to her head. I would be like astonished if it was a wig. And chose to have like roots dyed in. But her hair's not pulled back. It's like in a short pixie.
Oh my God. It looks pulled back.
It's not. Like if they're, I watched a video of her spinning around. It's short and like
I love
glued
all
to
the
her head.
black. Okay, first of all, she's stunning no matter what she
Yes.
wears.
And that dress is completely open and exposed in the back down to like just above her hips.
How old is she? Do we know?
Probably
She's
like
in her 50s, right?
I would say
55.
late 50s. Yeah.
I mean, she's stunning.
Yeah. But see at the back of her
wow.
hair? It's
Wow.
short.
Okay.
Oh, look at that stunning black and white photo.
Oh, she is stunning.
Yes. No, she knows how to pose for the camera
Yeah.
too. Yeah.
That's good. That's really good. But I love all the black dresses because they're very classic. It's not like
There was nothing
slutty days.
super wild.
Yeah.
No one was wearing like a cat
bird.
suit. Yeah.
Was it the Met Gala that what's her name? Bjork wore the swan. Do you remember that year?
Oh, yes. Was it Bjork? I think it was.
She
think
wore a
you're right.
swan somewhere. I don't know if it
Yeah.
was the Met Gala, but like there's none of that shit, which I love.
Yes. No, it was pretty wild. It was like a Hunger Games the past few years.
Yes.
It was very toned down this year.
Which I like
Yes.
because it's classic, but it's
Conspiracy?
really beautiful.
I don't know.
I know, right? So, did you know that Harry and Meghan, well, I'm sure everybody knows, except me, because I just found this out. Harry and Meghan were stripped of their titles, like the official titles.
Yeah, like Harry hasn't talked to his dad at all. And they're trying to like reverb and say that they didn't try to call the royal family racist on that
but it's-
Oprah special.
Right.
Yeah, Harry
Yeah.
did like an interview and he was
Yes.
like, well, that's not exactly that's not what we said. And
Yeah.
it's like, dude, you gave an interview.
Totally did. You said that someone from the royal family said that they didn't want a baby that color.
Yeah. Or like, how dark is your baby going to be?
Yes,
Yeah.
that was a question. But then he never said that in his book, I guess. And they were stripped of their royal title, even though in that whatever interview Meghan just gave on a podcast to that girl that looks like a cherub.
Oh, was it what like the Times 100 thing that she was interviewed for?
Yeah, but
and
did
she
you
was
see
talking about her edible flower sprinkles.
Yes. Did you see the girl that was interviewing her? She looked like a grown woman cherub.
What, like chubby with red cheeks?
like this.
Okay.
Yes. And she's like, oh my God, Meghan, you're so beautiful. I'm such a fan. That's exactly her voice. I'm not even kidding. Anyway, she gave that girl a basket and it had like Meghan, Duchess of whatever.
Oh, like
whatever.
Sussex.
Yes. She
Well,
was
because they tried to
mistaken.
get King Charles to give them more self-funded, or not self-funded, tax-funded security if they were to come back
And he
to like
denied it.
England, and he denied it. So,
He's
so
like-
they're like, now we'll never go back to England.
They're like, yo, you left.
Yeah.
You disembarked from this family and said bye. And
Right?
that we were racist.
And I guess like Meghan and Kate did not get along at all.
I can totally see that.
Right?
Ugh. She seems really icky to me.
No, her show, knowing, and granted, I get a lot of these shows are like fake,
Yeah.
blah, 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 blah. But she just tries to play it off like she is a simpleton.
She's not.
Dude, you're not a simpleton. Great. Your t-shirt was from Zara. Your sweater is $2,500.
Right.
Right? You're playing the high-low game real tight.
Yeah.
You know?
Yes.
So, whatever. But when she was like, her edible flower sprinkles to bring a little bit of magic. Like, I feel like you were brought onto this to speak, like, to build women up and, like, make them feel strong
Yeah.
and, like, empowerment. And not that decorating a cake isn't, lovely. It is, right? I love to entertain. But at the same time, I don't know. It just seems like a farce because I feel like she's not doing shit. Whoever runs her house and runs her kitchen, they're doing it.
That's the key. It seems very false. This whole turning of the tide of her well, I just want to bring joy to everybody, and I just want to make everybody honey and wrap it in really pretty wrapping paper. The fuck you do?
Yeah.
You played on Suits.
Right?
Let's just be real. She doesn't want to be real.
Well, and then she makes me feel because mine's legit. I make my own body scrub, and I actually finally got, because I remember I made it in mason jars, and you're like, I would like it not to be glass in the shower. So I actually just got some plastic jars from Amazon. So I'll bring some to you. It's my little Mother's Day gift to you. But don't take away the people that actually make shit at home.
I know.
Discredit it.
Shit. Remember that one episode of Netflix that has been replayed over and over where she actually poured she goes, well, I'm going to pour these pretzels into a bag and all you have to do is tie it up. That was the only unhomemade thing she did.
Right?
Was make pretzels. Or not make pretzels.
And what I got from that was great. But it makes for a great presentation. I would never tell anybody I made homemade pretzels.
Oh my God. And I would never transfer from one plastic bag to another.
Right? No, you just either change up the presentation. Yeah, for
Whatever,
sure.
Meghan. She's annoying.
Okay, but the way that all that stuff is planned out when if they get interviewed, which I don't think is a real interview. I think their publicist goes in and says, these are the questions you're allowed to do. X, Y, and Z.
Don't ask any other questions.
So Blake Lively was on, oh crap, who's the guy from Saturday Night Live? Seth Meyers.
Yeah.
So he has the late show.
It's when you haven't quite graduated to Jimmy Kimmel status.
Yes. Yeah. So that is the only talk show she's been on for a simple favor. That hasn't been very organized press.
Okay.
Right? And it got leaked that 100% her camp went in and was these are the questions you're allowed to ask. She'll be able to say that it's been a hard year. So then, of course, I'm hearing all of this, and I'm like, well, now I have to watch the interview. Right. And, I mean, if you knew nothing, you'd go, okay, well, he was just
lovely.
Yeah. He was being sweet. She talked about her kids.
So it was a softball interview.
It was such a softball interview. But I guess, they try to get her to go, on The View, and then maybe, obviously it's not Kathy and Hoda anymore, but whoever that does that show now. And they're like, yeah, no, sorry. We can be really soft, but we have to be a little bit of a journalist in this situation.
Yeah.
And then it was okay, well then she's not doing it.
Well, also they want ratings.
Uh-huh.
And they're not going to get any ratings if they're we have Meghan the mannequin here.
Right.
And she's not going to say anything, but we're just going to have her here and she's going to talk about her jam that she doesn't make.
Yeah.
And we have to pretend that she just curated it from her yard.
Yep.
And that she actually is a beekeeper as well and gets the honey.
And she goes gardening in,
yes.
a $9,500 white outfit.
Right.
No, that doesn't happen.
And she makes the glass that she puts all this shit in.
She blows it herself.
Good God.
But, okay, so, now your queen, Taylor Swift, is about to be subpoena. Yes. And they want her cell phone. They want to see her text messages.
Oh, snap. They do?
Yeah. Travis Kelce stopped following Ryan Reynolds now.
I saw that.
So
he's
the juice gets deeper. I know. So I think we have to wait till March of 2026 before they actually go to court.
Yeah.
But I mean, the shit's going down all the time because they want to get things dropped.
Yes.
And I mean, kudos to Justin Baldoni for not just rolling over and taking a spanking. That brought us so much entertainment.
I know. Well, also, don't you wonder if that's half of the whole thing is who's behind Justin Baldoni?
Well, he's got that powerhouse attorney.
Yeah, but who is behind that? That whole thing of let's see if we can bring down celebrities. I think it's all a game.
Well, I don't remember who the guy is, but he has somebody who's an investor in his production company. And I feel like that dude is a big wig in Hollywood.
Oh.
So I think that he was kind of the one that was no, you can fight this.
Oh.
I don't think I made that up.
Bullshit.
Well, if Ryan and Blake have been controlling Hollywood the way that, you know, the news is
They
making
may be
it
the
seem,
Illuminati.
that they run the Illuminati. People are fighting back. If Diddy's going to prison, right? No more Epstein shit. Like, people are going to have to pay the piper.
I agree. And
So-
also, nobody bows down to Hollywood anymore because you can make
You're
a movie on your
exposed.
cell phone.
Right?
Yeah.
Well, that's the big thing now. Content creators are making 10 times as much as a Hollywood actress, you know? So, I don't know.
As far as
you and I better
content-
start making some TikToks.
Damn. Anyway, so the final Mission Impossible is coming back. I know we don't really care about that.
Yeah.
But it's interesting
It's
because
the eighth one.
Oh, is it?
Uh-huh.
Because Tom Cruise is kind of an icon. Okay, whether you like him or not, or whether you're, you know, whatever.
He's a great actor. And
yeah,
he
made
brings
a
the money
deal
to
with the
box
devil
office.
years ago. We all know this because he looks exactly the same.
Well, and that devil is Scientology.
Yes. Okay. And he's got a plastic surgeon in his back pocket.
Yep.
Whatever. He looks great. And he does his own stunts somehow. So he's being injected with a lot of shit.
Yes. Yeah.
At the same time. So this is the final.
So speaking of plastic surgery in his back pocket, so you know that Bradley Cooper is officially like out in the open with Bella Hadid now.
Yes.
They came out like on her 30th birthday, public.
Even though he's 50.
With their relationship. That he had a facelift.
Oh, he did? Good
Yeah.
for him.
Yep. Him and Brad Pitt.
Oh, together,
They're like-
did they have a twofer?
I don't think they had a twofer. But I mean, well done to whoever who
Okay.
that doctor is.
Yeah. I mean, give us his name.
Right? I mean, Bradley Cooper looks good.
They all look good.
So
The key is to having all that shit done early. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Because when you get it done later in life, it's too late.
Oh, 'cause
then you
who's-
end up looking like Kenny Rogers.
okay, but who's the
God rest
turd
his
wagon
soul.
actor that was on some like Big Brother in the UK and tried to tell JoJo Siwa?
Simon Cowell?
No, no, he was an actor. Now he has like a really puffy face from all his plastic surgery, but he was kind of good looking back in the day.
David Hasselhoff?
No, he told JoJo Siwa, is that how you say her name?
Yeah.
That one night with him and she wouldn't be a lesbian anymore.
Oh my God.
Rourke,
Gross.
Mickey Rourke,
Ew.
right? He's
Ew.
so gross.
He could be her grandfather.
I know. But it turns out JoJo's not a lesbian anymore. She's with a dude.
What?
Yeah.
Since when?
I don't know. I just heard about it.
Oh, no. Oh, that's weird. Okay.
I don't know.
Well, good for her. Find your way, girl. Whatever
I
that
guess
way
so.
is. Anyway, Tom Cruise, I think he got it. He must have had a facelift.
Oh, he's had all the things. And he pays to climb the ladder of Scientology. He sits right at the top.
Isn't he number one with what's his name?
David
What's his-
Makavich?
Makavich.
Makavich, yeah.
Yes.
Uh-huh.
Whose wife we still have not seen in years and years and years.
She's
David?
still just sitting at the house in the hills.
Sure.
Or buried under the ground.
Yeah. She knows too much.
She's on the boat in the middle of the ocean with L. Ron Hubbard. Just floating around as
Yes.
a skeleton.
Yes. So that's coming to an end, and so is Stranger Things. Did you guys watch Stranger Things?
Kylie and Chris got into it first season, second. I'm not a big scary movie person.
Yeah.
And when they go into the upside down or whatever it's called, is that what it's called? The upside down, inside out?
Yeah.
Whatever.
It's scary.
What is it? It is the
Upside
upside down.
down.
And like that flower face, it looks like a flower
Yes.
face. That's like,
It's frightening.
yeah, that's when I was like, cut.
Yeah.
No, mom's out.
Yeah,
Not
it's
happening.
frightening. It's frightening. So that's final.
Yeah.
And then the sequel to Wicked.
I know, it's in November.
What do you think? So it's going to be the rest of the movie,
Yes.
right?
It's act 2 of the play, the second half of the book.
Okay.
I feel like I should read the book so I can appreciate
I
maybe
should
a
read the
couple of the
book.
other things that are being brought in, because I hold it too close to the musical. And I'm like, that's extra. Why did they put that in there?
adaptation?
Yes.
Right?
Of the book.
Of the book.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
I should read the book. Is
Yes.
it just one book? Mm-hmm. Okay. I'll
Yeah.
read the book.
It's called Wicked.
Who wrote it?
A guy.
Oh.
A man.
So is it, okay, I want to know before I start reading the book, is it going to be from a long time ago, like timing wise? Is it in the 20s?
I don't think
Or is it time?
I mean, it's in Oz. So I mean, can you really hold it to a time? I mean, they live in Munchkin land.
So it's total fantasy.
It's fantasy. I don't think you can put it to a time. Now, you're going to put it into old-timiness because when you bring in the whole wizard aspect and the time of which it was Dorothy in Kansas, you're talking 30s?
Yeah.
Ish?
I don't know.
So
a long time ago.
Yeah.
Before
our time.
Before November.
So
we're going to have all the California girls.
They're coming to Michigan.
Coming to Michigan.
Oh my God, that's going to be so much fun.
We should rent out the theater at Midland.
We should see what that would entail.
$7.
Well, I don't think it's going to be $7. But I feel like if we don't do it at a prime time, I mean, I'm fine with drinking mimosas and watching a movie at 9 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah. Like a Saturday morning at 9:30 or something.
I don't know if they'll give us a Saturday, but maybe if it was like a Thursday.
Yeah, for sure.
Patty, get off work now.
Yeah. Plan your trip, girls.
Yeah. All right, we need to look into that. So we can do like future planning and get this
that would be so fun.
Locked in.
So fun.
It'd be so fun. I'm here for it.
And then, so my favorite lately on TV is My Friends and Neighbors.
It gives me anxiety.
It does?
Yes. Because it always ends with like the episode ends with something.
A cliffhanger. Uh-huh. So John Hamm is excellent.
He is
in that.
So good in this show.
So is Amanda Peet.
Yes.
I love them both.
Is like a hidden crazy.
Yeah.
She's a hidden crazy.
Yes.
Yeah.
And she is also a great crazy ex-wife. Spending his money.
Yep. No, but just the feeling of, keeping up with the Joneses in that neighborhood type of situation.
And what would you do in that situation? So he's a hedge fund manager making $1 zillion a year, reduced to nothing. And then...
So do you think it's
I wouldn't steal from my friends.
I wouldn't steal from my friends. But you think with the knowledge that he has in this time frame that you couldn't start your own remote type of thing? I get it that you probably can't take your clients from your previous employer. But I feel like with the knowledge that you have, even if you're blackballed in New York City, okay, go to Boston.
Yeah.
Go to Midland, Michigan.
Yeah.
You'd be able to thrive.
100%. 100%. He's not thinking outside the New York box.
He's not thinking outside the box, and it's a made-for-TV show.
But how about, who rules all of that? Is that broker in the pawn shop. The older lady.
Right?
Oh, she is
she
is the chess master of that show.
Well, I just think the balls that people have to be like, you know what? We're going in on this together.
Yes. Yeah,
we're doing this. But the maid is brilliant.
Yeah.
How she's like, oh, no. Now we're a team.
Yeah. Now I caught you. I've been working for minimum wage.
Yes.
And taking 18 buses to get to your ass every day. And now we are in it together.
Yeah. Well, and she made it a point in like the last episode. Are you caught up?
Yes.
Where she's like, your problems, you think that they're problems. She's like, to me, I would want your problems, And I get that because I can think of being in my 20s and, thinking like, oh my God, this sucks. And wanting a problem that I have now, right? Because it would mean that my life was easier going. You know what I mean?
For sure.
But hey, mo money, mo problems. I mean, they wrote a song about it. It's true.
They did. They did.
They did.
Well, he also leveraged himself to the point of no return, right? So he's paying for a house he can't afford. He has a car that's all so jacked up now. The trunk will never close.
But it's an Aston Martin.
Yes. Or a Lamborghini. What is it?
No, I think it's an Aston Martin.
Oh.
Whatever. It's an expensive fucking car.
And the trunk won't close.
And the trunk won't close. But would you rather drive that fancy $200,000 car where the trunk might spontaneously pop up?
Yeah.
Or would you rather be in a Dodge Neon with a hubcap that flies off?
You never know.
Right?
Yeah. If you want to be incognito, you drive the Dodge Neon.
But you also tell your ex-wife, like, I don't know why he just can't be like, yeah, hey, can't do this anymore.
Right. Or how about you are now on your new husband's payroll?
Yeah.
Because he's a 2-time All-NBA player.
That guy's got money, so he's got a multi-million-dollar home. You're living in a multi-million-dollar home.
But also
like maybe
he's
you should
living
consolidate.
in your old home. That doesn't make sense to me. So that piece doesn't. But like, I get the whole keeping up with the Joneses. I would never steal from my friends. That's bizarre. But also, he's so desperate to just keep up the appearance.
Yeah, I don't understand why.
I don't get it.
No,
because
I feel like
at the end. But I'm intrigued.
Yes.
I'm intrigued.
Well, I'm intrigued the way this last episode ended. So if there's a spoiler alert and you have an Apple TV with Apple Plus, you should probably start watching the show because we'll probably spill the beans next week because I'm so excited for this Friday's episode.
What do you think is going to happen?
I don't know. I don't know. I think the chick that he's been sleeping with, I think she killed her ex-husband in the house and then ditched and went to Boston with the kids.
You do?
Mm-hmm.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Oh. Yeah, maybe. Or he just died of a heart attack, fell in the stairs because he was trying to get back together with her. He's always trying to like have a conversation with her.
No, but didn't it look like his like head was like blown up?
I mean, there was blood. It didn't say. It didn't really.
I was painting my nails while I was watching it, so maybe I should have paid more attention.
That's my favorite show on Apple, and then also I love MobLand.
MobLand is so good.
It's so good.
Another show brings anxiety. When the episode ends, you're like, oh my God, what is going to happen next week?
You know what bugs the shit out of me with both of those shows? They don't show the preview to the next week.
Well, like the way that they used to do for like the
White
Tony
Lotus.
Soprano.
Yeah, and Sopranos. Mm-hmm. And you're like, okay, now I have a glimpse. Yeah. Now I can live my week.
Nope.
Not anymore.
But you know what? We are so spoiled with like Netflix and other things when a whole season comes out that I don't know. I kind of like the old timey feeling of the anticipation of the next episode because we'd already be done with them.
Right.
Like I started watching the 4 seasons on Netflix. It's
oh, you did. I started watching it too.
It's cute.
Yeah,
it's cute. It's quirky.
It's definitely for our demographic.
It is. It is for the empty nester. 45 plus.
Yes. Randy saw it and he goes, "I will never watch this. Watch it on your own."
Why? Because it's old people.
I don't know. I didn't think it was good.
It's good. Like it's relevant information. If it's not happening in your life, it's happening in somebody life
else's,
that you know.
Where they're like, yeah, I'm going to leave her. And then she doesn't know.
Yeah.
That's the farthest
that was like.
That's where I am.
Yeah.
And he's like, why are we leaving? And he says his reason. And you can kind of empathize with that.
Yeah. So, okay, I want you to finish it, and then we will have a conversation about this show.
But back to MobLand.
Back to MobLand. But my point was with 4 seasons is the whole thing's out on Netflix. I watched it in 2 days.
No.
It's done. It's over.
Okay.
Right? I have
the whole season's over?
Yeah. Because the thing is, they're 27 minutes long.
Yeah, true.
So you could watch 2.
It's like The Studio.
Yeah, and then you can go back and just like watch another. Oh, is the whole thing? The studio's not out.
Is it all out?
No,
but it's only 20-some meeting.
Oh, is it?
Minutes.
Okay, I don't watch that. Chris and Kylie watch it.
It's good. You would like it.
Listen, there's so many shows that bring on the anxiety. I feel like I needed an adrenal cleanse after I watched these.
Okay, so The Studio, not to jump from topic to topic, Randy.
Like we do.
She always says that we do. The Studio is like Larry David, but in modern times.
I got you. I've watched it with them.
And you feel very anxious the entire time because you know somebody is going to say the wrong thing, make the wrong move, and you're like, no.
I know, but the one actress that I love, I do not know her name, but she was in Bad Moms, and she's like, in Bad Moms, she was the one that was the nail lady.
Yes.
And she had like
Catherine.
And she would like drive like the, IROC Z. And she was like crazy rock
same
star.
character in this.
Oh my God. I love her.
Yeah.
She really needs to be the leading woman in something because she's always a side character.
She's always the friend.
Yes. And like the funny friend, you know what? Bring her out to be the number one because I'm here for it.
She's great.
As long as she's like that funny character because I love that. Yes. So,
but MobLand is so stressful, but so good. So I saw a clip of this Irish guy. It was like, these are the worst Irish accents I have ever experienced. He's like, Helen Mirren, what is she doing? Like, she's British, but she's trying to put on an Irish accent. I forgot how he described it. It was so funny because he was like, she's not even doing it right.
Yeah.
And what's his name?
Pierce Brosnan.
He's actually Irish. He doesn't sound Irish. It's so good though. It's like Sopranos, but in Ireland. It's so good.
It's really, really good.
Yeah, and Harry, it's like the Sopranos and Ray Donovan
Yes.
had a baby in Ireland.
Yep.
So
100%.
Yes.
No, it's a
I'm on
great
board.
show. But for people who are Paramount Plus people, if you went from watching 1923 to MobLand, you see how talented of an actress that Helen Mirren
Was she totally
is.
opposite in 1923?
Yes, because she was a Bozeman, Montana, like wife out in the wilderness.
But
And
was she a badass in that show?
She was a badass because like a wolf came and she shot it. Like, she would handle the shotgun. And then when, a group of people that they were like fighting with, like, old Westy times, she sat up on in the attic of their house and like sniped dudes. Like from the, she was
see that about her.
amazing. But then she would go make a loaf of bread and like make breakfast and, collect eggs,
I think she in MobLand runs the whole thing.
Oh, she does.
Both sides.
Interesting. Both families?
Both families.
Ooh,
because
Meko.
she has, did you see the last episode?
Yeah.
Where she
made
called
a phone call.
Bobby.
That was 2 episodes ago.
No, this one. Are you caught up?
Yeah, it ended with the episode and then like the car blows up and you think that she...
Oh, no, there's another one.
Oh, no, I watched... Okay, I might have fallen asleep during part of it.
Oh.
But
She's like, Paul, and then the car blows up.
yeah.
And then when they show the episode, it's actually Connor
That did
the
it?
husband was like, I made the call.
But do you really think he made the call? I thought maybe he was covering for her.
I did too. And then at the end, she ended up calling Bobby or whatever his name is, the other mob boss.
Yeah.
And I think they have a relationship.
Oh, I think that they probably used to like doink back in the day.
That's what I'm saying. That
okay,
she's
there's a chunk that I fell asleep in because I woke up to the 2 kids that aren't involved in this whole situation that doing the jewelry heist.
Yeah.
And it got shot up.
Yes. Yeah.
And then is that supposed to be Harry on the bike, like coming to save them?
Was Harry on a bike?
Like a motorcycle?
Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
He was.
Not like a 10 speed.
I'm like, there was nobody on a bike, but yes, a motorcycle.
Yeah,
yes,
okay.
he was. Anyway, that is my new obsession. I love MobLand.
It's so good.
Way to go, whoever's making that.
Yep, right? Brilliant.
So good. So good.
All right, so who is Angela Duckworth? Tell me about this.
So she is, I don't really know her title. I think she might be a psychologist, marketing expert. Anyway, she wrote a book. It's called Grit.
Yeah.
She also has a TED Talk. She wrote this fascinating book that I read years ago, and it's about, it's called Grit.
Oh, so this book isn't new.
No.
Okay.
No. I should have brought it. But she also, so the book brought on the TED Talk.
Okay.
So I saw her speak in real life.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
Okay.
And she's fascinating. She's this psychology major that went to an Ivy League school, went to work for one of the big consulting firms, had a big job, and then was like, I don't understand why some people make it and some people don't. Like, what is it about them and their work ethic? Is it their background? Is it, their lack of resources, or is it the resources that get them where they're going to need to go? So she went on this quest to look at people that went into the Navy SEALs.
Okay.
That was her huge research. And she's like, what is it about? All these people were very, very smart. That was like the price of entry. Very smart, very accomplished to get into the Navy SEALs. What is it about the Navy SEALs that let some people graduate and some people drop out? And that was her whole premise.
So that's where the grit comes in.
The grit comes
Did you take the test? Do you know your score?
No. I did. I'm sure I took the test a long time ago. I don't.
Mine's a 3.7.
On the grit scale? Yeah.
So I'm kind of gritty.
But I'm sure you are gritty.
But,
yeah.
So there is a thing. So she's trying to distinguish between grit and talent, which I think is, try to figure that out, because there's some people who are so talented, but they don't have the grit to use their talent. And there's something to be said there.
Exactly. It's like, so when I was cheering in college, I remember my coach was saying, I will take attitude over ability any day. I can teach you anything that you need to know. We can practice, But if you don't have the attitude to want to be coachable, then it doesn't even matter.
That, and as Chris and his brothers as hockey coaches, and as players, who had coaches, coach them, that is the thing. Are you coachable? If you're
100%.
not coachable, then
Right.
a coach is not going to want
Right.
you.
Right.
Right? You can have all the talent in the world.
Right.
And people who have had all the talent in the world
Yeah.
and have not made teams because they're not coachable.
Right.
Yeah.
Exactly. And that's kind of what her book was about, is like, do you have the grit to do what it takes to get beyond your talent pool?
Yeah.
Right? So you may be only born with, this whatever talent, and then do you have the grit to go beyond that? And that's what made these people in her research, Navy SEALs, to be able to withstand all the shit that they go through in their training to graduate.
Yeah.
And it was
I would say for me personally, if I can live in a land where I'm just comfortable, of course that's where I want to be.
Yes.
Right? But then when struggle or something comes and you're like, okay, if you do this and you put forth that effort, you're going to get out the other side.
Yes.
I'm not someone who's just going to sit here and wallow and be like, oh my God, poor me. I might be there for a hot second.
Yeah.
And I might
course.
find little paths where I need to step aside and do that in my grit to get to where I need to go.
Right.
But yeah, life happens. Shit happens. Find some grit. God, that's
100%.
another book I'm going to have to send my kid with off to college.
You do.
That she probably won't read, but she should have in her arsenal.
Yeah. I mean, you can do it on Audible, but it's a
Yeah.
great book. It's a great TED Talk. It's quick.
Okay. I'll have to listen to that.
Yeah. It's
Do you
great.
listen to a lot of TED Talks?
I used to.
Okay.
I don't anymore. But I see them on my LinkedIn.
Oh, sure.
I'll get like just quick
Oh, you're so much
blurbs
more professional than me.
of
I only go
information.
on LinkedIn when my email finally tells me like 9,000 people are trying to talk to you about something. You should probably go on your LinkedIn. And
I
I'm
go
like,
on
"Oh."
LinkedIn more than I do Instagram. these days.
That is so professional of you because I live in the land
I'm also
of Instagram.
trying to attract
Yes.
new clients.
Yes.
So
No.
I have a different reason.
100%.
But it's more fulfilling to me than Instagram recently.
Where I'm like, give me all the Insta feed.
I love that too. I'm just trying to rediscipline myself.
100%.
Yeah.
And I love that for you.
Yeah. But that's where I see the TED Talk stuff.
Yes. Okay.
And like quick, and it's like a minute.
Yeah.
Or whatever. But you can
and,
get the gist.
and that's what I need because sometimes they get a little teddy,
Yeah.
you know?
Sometimes they do. Preachy.
Yes. That's
Like,
a good.
Okay, if I were going to go to church, I would.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
For sure.
Yes.
Glow Medical Spa is Mid-Michigan's premier med spa for skin rejuvenation and anti-aging. The trained nurses and estheticians at Glow specialize in non-invasive facial aesthetics such as toxins, fillers, and lasers. Glow is ranked in the top 1% of all providers in the U.S. for Botox and filler, as well as Black Diamond Icon status for Hydrofacial.
Glow Body specializes in body contouring with Ensculpt Neo, Emcella, weight loss clinic, and therapeutic massage. Book an appointment today at glow-skinspa.com. Yeah.
I don't
so-
have any questions. But
You know
let's
what?
just end with our summer stories.
Yeah,
on a
I don't have any
happy
questions
note.
either. Yeah.
We have tons of grad parties. I'm
Well,
excited
when
for
your
'em.
kids are graduating from high school, that's what happens. The
Yes.
invitations come. They're like Christmas cards.
I love it.
Yeah.
I love to see all the people and where
Yeah.
they're going to go and what they're doing.
I love the fact that my daughter was so on top of me. She did her own grad cards, and I was like, "Here's all the addresses. Address them yourself." And then sometimes I would look at him and go, "Okay, I realize he was your golf coach, you know, or your golf pro, but the whole family's invited. Don't just put his name on the envelope. Like it has to be to the
get
whole
it,
family,
though.
you know." But I guess when you're not used to writing letters,
No, that's a great exercise.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
We actually encountered that at Glow.
oh,
And we said, hey, address this and put a stamp on it and send it out. And it got sent back because the stamp was on the left.
no.
So, no, they're not taught this.
No,
It's
because
not
they
their
don't know.
fault. They don't
Everything's
know.
digital.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
And so, boys and girls, the stamp goes on the right, your return address goes on the left.
No, and like my sister-in-law was like, "Why are you sending stuff in the mail? Just send a text message or an email." And I go, "I get that that's like the way things go
Yeah.
now, but stuff can get buried in your email."
No, who checks their? I don't check all of. Like half of it goes to spam.
Well, that's the thing. Like I have my work email and I have my personal email. My personal email is just a bunch of like shopping shit, and I really have to just like filter it out to get to the goods of stuff that I need.
I like getting mail.
I like getting mail too,
and I like sending mail.
Yeah,
and I think that we need to bring that back, and that these kids know how to, like they're gonna send a thank you note to whoever comes. Yep. That is the first thing I taught them when they were like learning to write. I think T, H,
right?
You know what I mean? Like they need to figure that shit out. It's part of like life.
Yeah.
And I don't think it should ever go away.
No, it shouldn't go away. So let's fund the U.S. Postal Service.
Forever stamps are 73 cents.
Shut up, for real?
Randy just told me this.
Remember, I mean, when I was a kid, they were 25, and they were 25 for like ever.
Yeah.
And then they did go to 50. Now they're 73 cents.
And to ship them to Canada, 2 stamps.
Yeah.
Anyway, post office ain't free. But the lesson is.
I don't know. It's fun. I mean, did you have a pen pal when you were a kid?
Yes.
I had pen pals.
I had lots of pen pals from camps.
Well, so I don't even remember what the book was, but the book was about having a pen pal. And there was this thing at the end of the book, like in the cover, that was like, send your name and address to this thing and we'll give you a pen pal. Aww. And I was like, okay, I'll try it. So I did it. And lo and behold, this girl wrote me a letter, and like we went back and forth for like a couple of years.
What's her name?
I don't remember.
Oh,
no, this is probably like third and fourth grade, maybe.
Okay.
Yeah.
Have fun.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
Yeah.
And like we would send each other like our school picture.
Yeah, that's so fun. So my grandparents used to go to Florida in the winter.
Okay.
And so I'd write to them. My grandma was a great letter writer. I kept a lot of her letters and cards that she sent me. And so I would write to her. And then she had a best friend whose name was Ruth, who ultimately became my Aunt Ruth. Oh, I would write to her. And so I would practice writing to them all the time, like weekly. And then they would buy me stationery. And I got into like writing and like pretty stationery and stuff. And then when I got older and went to camp, I would write to my camp people that I met.
Oh, sure. Yeah.
And then always, I was always the person in our whole family, cousins and stuff, send Christmas cards. Cause I just love the whole.
Did you go to like sleepaway camp?
I did.
You did?
Yeah.
When I always wanted to go to sleepaway camp.
Ever since I was in like.
That's a dig, Super Dave right there.
Oh, 3rd and 4th grade. I think I started going when I was 8 or 10.
Oh, I love that.
For like a little bit at a time. And then it got progressively longer.
Yeah.
And pretty soon I didn't live with my parents. I'm just kidding.
No, I mean, when Kylie wanted to go, I'm like, okay, because it's something I always wanted to do and couldn't do. So, yeah. And she's still very close. Well, because now it's not being a pen pal, it's Snapchat.
For sure.
Right?
Yes.
But that's, I think, is even a closer bond because it's instant.
Oh, for sure.
You
and
know?
They can send pictures and videos and all that kind of stuff.
No, she talks
then
to a bunch of girls from camp.
However many days for the mail to get to you. And you're like, there might be a picture in it.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
And then that would be like golden.
Mm-hmm. But it still blows my mind today that these kids will spend $30 on a disposable camera when they used to be $5.99.
And then another $40 to get them developed.
And it takes like 2 weeks for the pictures to come. And you know what they do then? They take pictures of the picture and put it on their Instagram as a disposable dump. It is stupid.
It is stupid. It is, and a waste of money.
Such a waste of money. And kind of be like, oh, I thought that these would turn out better.
Yeah, because the camera's a plastic shell. It's terrible. Your phone, people shoot, we just talked about this. People shoot movies on your phone for a reason because they take really good pictures.
I know. The best is when someone is 17, 18 years old and they're like, Mrs. Kiefer, will you take a picture with my disposable camera? You need to do this to turn on the flash.
Like, oh, honey,
and I want to be
know.
like, love, you have no idea. And then when you do like the crank and they're like, oh, you know how to do it? This wasn't invented yesterday. This was
Also,
the way
I
we
had
used to take pictures.
12 of these at my wedding where everyone could take pictures at my wedding. And then I had to pay for the development of the pictures.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, when I would go to my friends' weddings that they would have those, like I created the selfie. They would get their pictures developed and there would be like 25 pictures of me like taking a selfie with the disposable
Or
camera.
so you thought. You could have been off kilter.
I could have
eyebrow.
But the best is when like especially if it was like someone you worked with or like one of my college sorority sisters and you get a phone call and they're like, "Oh my God, with all the pictures of you."
You're like, oh, what? You didn't want to pay $45 to have a picture of
pictures of me? Or like if they got doubles and then I worked with this girl, Rochelle, and she showed up and she's just like, "Here's all the pictures of you."
That's awesome.
So, well, yay. Okay. I'm so excited for next week. We're going to have a fun guest, talk all things menopause.
We won't cry.
Do you say we'll cry?
We won't cry.
Oh, I know. But you know what? That's cleansing. And it's like a good reminder because I think we've been very go, go, go lately.
Yeah.
Like we're busy women. We have kids that are like trying to finish high school. They're doing all the things. You've got prom. You have all these like ceremonies and other things that you have to go to. And it's like, oh shit, Sunday's Mother's Day.
Yeah. It's a reminder.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So my dad's like, "What are you doing for Mother's Day?" I go, "I don't know. I'm not planning that. It is the one day a year that I don't have to plan, cook, clean, nothing, and they are on top of it. And they take it very seriously.
Yeah, as they should.
So, yeah. And I'm like, okay. So, yeah.
Cheers. Happy Mother's Day.
Post Mother's Day.
Post Mother's Day.
Okay, bye.